Hey world, Ron Motter here, and we are chatting with Martin Hatchuel on the south coast of South Africa in Nyasa. It is May 17th. Martin, great to chat with you.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, can you introduce yourself a bit and tell us about the Indaba conference you attended this past week?
Ron, I spent about 17 or 18 years in the tourism industry and then started an advertising agency for the industry. And I write a blog called This Tourism Week. And every year, for the last 15 years, I think, I've attended South Africa's largest tourism trade show, the Tourism in Daba, which is held in Durban in May. And I've just come back from a very mixed Indaba, indeed.
Okay, now we met a year ago. Paint us a picture of what you saw at Indaba this year. What was mixed?
Well, mixed because figures were down by about 10%, the number of people who arrived and the number of people who exhibited. And it has to do with the cost of the show and with the fact that tourism's not doing well, and I don't think they're right. I think the reason numbers have gone down is because of the social media. I think just the fact that you and I work together and we spend many hours together on Skype means that we don't have to meet every year. We don't have to see each other face to face every year because we've got Skype. And I think that this is how things are going in travel trade shows. It's a personal opinion. And I think a lot of people are not yet ready for the social media, and it's catching them by surprise.
Yeah, you likened not having social media. You likened not having social media to driving a Model T car.
Yeah. If your marketing doesn't include social media, it's quaint, it's fun, it attracts a few people, but it's not very useful to the masses.
Now I understand. We have to figure out how to make this more engaging, particularly in terms of telling stories. And that said, what I find is it's very difficult for those mom and pop operators, people who are in their 40s or 50s or 60s, who have been focusing on the traditional way of tourism and the traditional way of communication. It's really difficult to figure out this viral marketing and, why you would talk to someone around the world to connect with your neighbor and vice versa.
Well, to put it another way, you and I both spend a lot of time working in responsible tourism. And my favorite responsible tourism award program of the year went to a little group of 3 hotels in Cape Town, Newlands, Cape Town City and Stellenbosch, the Vineyard Hotel and Spa, the Townhouse Hotel, and the Oude Werf Hotel. Not because they have such a fantastic bells and whistles program. The marketing director, Rick Taylor, said to me what I think is the honest thing I heard anyone say about responsible tourism at this Indaba. He said, we really don't know what we're doing, but we're trying and we're learning as we go. Now, Rick is a man who's older than me. He's accepting the new way of doing things, and he's accepting that he can learn as he goes. And I think the same needs to be done in social media.
I'd agree, and it has to be in social media. It has to be throughout communication. It has to be throughout tourism. How do we embrace what a blogger said yesterday? How do we embrace this culture of experimentation? We seem to race ahead towards a culture of change as if we know the answers, or as if our actions don't change the results that we're going to get as we interact with other people. We need to experiment more, and we need to learn. We need to learn some lessons.
I think, and I put this in a presentation that I've done about responsible tourism at Indaba. I think we need a lot more knowledge, and for that we need a lot more sharing if we're going to stop sucking.
I hear you. It's time to get out of our individual silos.
Yes, and that's what social media is so fantastic. Nothing ever in the world before has given us the opportunity like social media has.
Hey, next Tuesday, are we doing the Zipcast again?
Yes, I'm going to be repeating my Zipcast on responsible tourism at the Indaba 2012 at 4 o'clock, which is GMT plus 2 in the afternoon, which is good time for you guys, I believe. And
We'll
I'm going to be talking about what I
to
learned
it.
at Indaba and what I saw, what the Indaba is about,